Welcome back, everybody, to the grand finals of the VCT Game Changers Academy. It's March, and this is presented to you by AIM Labs and Verizon. We are going to have Light Up Sketchers versus Dart Monkeys here for the grand finals. It's a best of three series. We just saw map 1 go down on Haven, where Light Up Sketchers was able to take that 13-8. So that means we're moving over to Breeze. That's going to be map 2, Dart Monkeys pick, and Light Up Sketchers is going to be on the defense. And welcome back to my lovely casters, Becky and Cute Noob. How are you guys doing? And I mean, Becky, are you looking forward to seeing them play it out on Breeze?
I'm really looking forward to it. I think that Breeze was a map that when it initially came out, I was like, this map, not for me. As somebody who doesn't like getting shot from like halfway across the map, I was like, this is infuriating. But I think like in one of the most recent patches where they completely like overhauled a ton of things, a lot of the changes that happened to Breeze I think have actually made it a much better map than it previously was. So I'm actually happy that it is seeing some competitive play. This was Dart Monkey's map pick as well, and it has a layout that fits their playstyle, so I'm definitely looking forward to this being a little bit more of a back and forth game, especially as a result of that. And now that we've seen the Light Up Sketchers, they didn't come to play games, they came to go, and they did in fact do just that, especially Sarah and Kay, who were absolute menaces in the last game. So definitely looking forward to seeing how that all is going to shake up with that knowledge going into this next map.
Absolutely, and I believe Sarah, which just went absolutely like crazy on the previous map on Haven, just some insane multi-kills, some insane shots going out from her as well. But I believe we are just about getting ready to send it into game. But before we do, I mean, like I said before, this is Dart Monkey's map pick here on Breeze, where Light Up Sketchers will be starting out on the defense. And Cute Noob, do you think this is going to go 1-1?
This is going to be the map that Dart Monkeys is going to run with, because they have had the highest success rate, which means they know exactly how to play it and they know the agents that they want to secure on. I do believe that we are ready to go into game spicy, so I'm excited.
Yes, so good luck to both of these teams once again, and have a great cast, you guys. I will see you guys after the matchup.
Sounds great. All right, we're going right down into it. Let's talk about the agents that both of these teams have brought. Looks like we're seeing a pretty standard array of agent selects. There's just oh no, there is no differences. They're just in different orders, but we did see a complete mirror match here from agents, and personally I'm a really big fan of agent mirror matches. I think that then it doesn't become kind of like a difference that we were seeing in the last game, where I think that Light Up Sketchers just like had a plan and an aggressive team composition that they came prepared with, and they were able to kind of just be like, oh, we just picked better agents for the situation that we knew how to play, and I liked it. But also, I like being able to see a complete mirror where it comes down to who is using that utility better, and it's a little bit easier to dissect.
We're gonna get Dart Monkeys already onto this B site. They were gonna get spotted by that trap wire coming from chamber, and now the bomb's gonna get planted. I've never seen this plant before, so that's gonna be a brand new plant for me.
Yeah, I actually quite like it. It is very different in the fact that it is allowing for the attacking side to just completely encroach on the spawn point of the defenders and just play from that back of sight, which I think the idea is to simply just throw off the defensive side, and so far it seems to be doing that, as SK is able to get a nice pick there onto Julia. Bunny Bee also picking one up alongside Grimoire. Some back and forth happening, but the defensive side are gonna have to skedaddle if they want to get any of this done. That bomb is ticking so fast. Bunny Bee getting aggressive and trying to go for a knife. Dysphoric gonna be able to assure that one up for Dart Monkeys. A quick first round there.
Betrayed it there because the chambers, I mean, Bunny Bee was like, we're knife fighting here, yo. But Kay was like, no, this is a match. What do you mean we're knife fighting? And just decides, I will end you here and now. So I feel the I feel a little bit disrespected there, but you know what? I guess that just happens when it's wartime. And the buy up is going to be going for the side of Dart Monkeys here. And an expected dub to give them that
Scanning
2-0,
ahead.
but I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, this is an interesting buy up too. Normally in a second round, you would expect to see a lot of people picking up something like Spectres or going alongside like a Spectre in full armor, but it actually looks like most of them bought either, it looks like a Vandal, a Guardian, two Bulldogs, three Bulldogs maybe? So some interesting buys coming into this round that I have to imagine, yeah, are some full armor, Bulldogs, two Vandals. So this is an aggressive buy, and if people start to fall for the side of Dart Monkeys, that's going to make it really rough because you're giving over some expensive guns.
Yeah, but it's going to be the big brain, the big IQ plays coming out from Light Up Sketchers as the quick flank happens. But unfortunately for them, it's going to be that CT plant once again. Dart Monkeys are going to be playing on the spawn of Light Up Sketchers and waiting for this push. That recon bolt going to definitely give the position at least one of the folks from Light Up Sketchers to push onto CT. Weapon disadvantage definitely showing through as Grimoire able to take two, but a weapon does go down as Grimoire does as well.
Ooh, yeah, this is kind of a rough situation. Island at 1 HP, but still looking to be in a pretty good situation as Tupperware is the only one remaining. Did pick up a Vandal, but Island, nice peek out at that time to also save Dysphoric there. Beautifully done. Dart Monkeys going on to their second point, but they did lose 3 members, and those were some expensive guns to buy, so I'm very interested to see where the money is going to be spent going into this next round.
Well, we are seeing on the board a shorty for SK is going to be the weapon of choice. Actually, scratch that, make it a Bucky. I expect
Somehow the Bucky feels worse than the shorty to me.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss. You know, you either hit your shots with the shotgun or you don't. Period. They're going for a more split push, which I don't know how it's going to work out, especially since they have that weapon disadvantage. And just as I say that, Tupperware and Sarah capitalizing on their weapons and having the man advantage for Light Up Sketcher. This mid position, gonna blind to get a weapon here on site, but Sarah says, no weapons for you, Escape, back out.
Yeah, Grimoire also gonna try and play this dangerous game here and try to go grab a better gun than just that ghost, but Tupperware
One enemy remaining.
and Sarah just
Spike
watching
down
like
mid.
hawks. And you know, we saw Sarah go crazy last game, and with the 3K going into this round, I think we might be seeing a lot of the same thing. Everything pretty much mirroring the previous round as well, considering that Dart Monkeys did take down the first 2 rounds of the last map as well, but then Light Up Sketchers were able to kind of do a little bit of push and pull. We are starting off the same way as well, with Light Up Sketchers on defense and Dart Monkeys on.
Oh man, everybody and their moms are on this mid, and Tupperware are gonna be the last person to get this kill. I think that's the only kill because Sarah managed to get the 3 kills mid. And managed to, I don't want to say steal, but like, you know, sometimes you gotta help a buddy out because their shots just aren't hitting. Tupperware shots just were, yeah. But first point on the board for Light Up Sketchers. They did a phenomenal job, as you stated previously, with the weapon advantage, but now is going to really show what they are made of, as it's going to be an even gun advantage. And they also both happen to have the Viper's Pit.
I was just about to say that as well. Kind of funny that they're even in guns this round as well as ultimates, exactly the same. So nice Cloudburst to deny a little bit of information with that recon there and continue to allow for the attacking side to push through this mid. Island picking up that nice quick headshot onto Tupperware.
I love this mid push.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my Lanta, the aggression coming from mid onto this A site. It's going to be Light Up Sketchers getting punished. Sarah, 30 health, and a Dream gonna drone out to get some information for K onto that chamber. Hunter's Fury also being popped out just in case, but misses some dire shots. And now it's left to Dysphoric and Sarah.
Don't worry, you're with me.
Wow. Okay, beautifully. Okay, I don't know. I have some thoughts. Kay, I think, was kind of maybe a little bit too far out, or maybe being a little bit too aggressive in that situation, knowing that the Sova kind of takes a little bit of time to come back after that Hunter's Fury. Like, Kay should not have been that far out and should have waited to do a double peek onto Dysphoric once Sarah was recovered from that utility. And kind of got ultimately
into the
punished for
unknown.
that decision between the two of them. I mean, we know they're fantastic shots, but you
You
just
want to
sometimes,
play?
even
Let's
if you're
play.
both fantastic shots, you gotta be ready for some insane things. A beautiful shock dart just down through the hallway, takes out a trademark too. Huge. Okay.
Now that hall position is theirs if Dart Monkeys decides to go down it. And as we can see, Island is lurking about very aggressively with the Blade Storms. It's uh
Oh.
um the did she just accidentally hit all of her knives?
Maybe.
Here.
Oops.
It'd be like that sometimes. Moving on, the spike is over onto this B site, but it's a Viper's Pit holding them back. That is not going to actually allow them onto the site. They need to reposition. Then they might also need to get a weapon onto this jet, as we can see piggybacking off of both Sky and Viper to make sure that Island remains nice and safe. Actually, they do have a Vandal. I'm just kidding. Just lurking about.
Yeah, still losing the Blade Storm is a little bit of a shame.
30 seconds left.
All right. That Trailblazer coming on to this site from SK is able to give a little bit of information, but it's not enough for Island to be able to land the shot onto Julia, but nicely able to trade it out regardless of Bunny B. And now we're getting to see the Viper's Pit that we talked about coming up from Grimoire this round as well. Bunny B also still holding it down amazingly. 2 kills with this tour de force so far.
Oof, the Viper's Pit is so scary to go into. It's like a horror movie coming out onto this A site. Sarah though manages to connect with SK, who's lurking about, but Bunny B and the Tour de Force are shutting it down. Now it's a 2v1 Tupperware, last person standing here, and they have to push into this Viper's Pit if they want to potentially get the defuse, but Bunny B says no defuse for you. Go back, think it out, start the next round.
And start the next round with Bunny B at 4 more kills. Nicely picking up a bunch going in to that round. Beautifully done. Grimoire, you know, did a nice little flick to take the ace away, but you know, it was before it was really going to be an ace, so does it really count? You can decide back at home. K is going to have Tour de Force for the defender side going into this round as well. So while the side of Light Up Sketchers are looking a little bit rough as far as guns are concerned, at least having a little bit of a long-range weapon to fall back on in that Chamber's Tour de Force has got to feel a little bit nice, and it would feel nicer if that Chamber was on the correct side that the attackers were pushing onto.
I like the aggression coming up from Light Up Sketchers. I feel like even when they are on a save round, they still manage to get really aggressive, and the flanks that they've been doing have also been phenomenal. They're holding these cheeky mid angles, thinking that that's where they're going to go, especially since this Viper's Poisonous Cloud is holding them off of B. And they are going to be correct, as you can see the spike rotating over, already deciding that B isn't that pleasant.
Like this decision. That Viper Cloud is just so oppressive. Like the added vulnerability that it adds onto you as you're trying to push onto a site just is no bueno for anyone involved. And Island now able to get a little bit of information. Okay, K able to get a collat kill with that Tour de Force. And I mean, patience is a virtue, and certainly something that K is being rewarded for. Does use that rendezvous to get away, and not taking any damage from that Hunter's Fury. You've got to feel like you're, once you use that rendezvous to get away, like you're just feeling like so smooth, like nobody, I am the best all over again. And through the cloud burst picks up 3. I mean, last game that was Sarah's game. This game might just be a K game.
It might indeed, but just Warwick making it not happen as it manages to take it into a 1v1, but there's no more bullets. That's right, they'd be able to kill
A
it.
little recognition is nice.
Wow, okay, I'm sorry, I'm like screaming over you as you're actually trying to like dissect it. That just, it's always so scary when you run out of bullets, you start to go for the reload and you see people do the quick change, and oh my gosh, on top of that, Tupperware also having to go for that reload is just, whew. You're sweating, and I see that we had a timeout called. I mean, I'd be calling a timeout too. I'd be like, my hands are sweaty. I need to start rubbing them down. I can't be here. I need to do some
Breathe it
breathing,
out.
calm down. And as a result of that, Dysphoric is really just continuing to show up in this game for Dart Monkeys. And I mean, this is a situation, once again, where I feel like we could look at the kill feed and the KDAs of these players, and it feels like Light Up Sketchers should be in a better place than they really are right now, but Dart Monkeys are just doing what we called them out for wanting to do in this game, which is just having a lot of map control, some great game sense on this map, and being able to pick up a lot of rounds as a result of it. Just a beautiful, I mean, it's both very panic ensuing, but also beautiful to see and nicely done. And that 4K from Dysphoric in that round puts Dart Monkeys at 5-1 over Light Up Sketchers.
Yeah, that reaction time was impeccable coming out from Dysphoric, able to switch out from the Vandal to the Classic to the right clicks. I just want to say, though, Dysphoric's right clicks are a little bit different than my right clicks, because my right clicks never, absolutely ever connect. Hers, they were catching everything and anything on that round. But following up, you said it, Dark Monkeys are on top at the moment, and the use of utility has just been so beautiful coming out of Island as well, always negating information over to the side of Light Up Sketchers. But it looks like Light Up Sketchers have a different plan for this round, and the plan is aggression as Island punishes Sarah for coming out a little too hard at her.
Oh, Bunny Bee able to get a little bit of information there in the crossfire between SK and Bunny Bee is good for 2, and then Island peeking out around Tupperware. All of a sudden, Kay is the only Light Up Sketcher member remaining, and I don't know about you, but having just one shoe is never how I want my day to be going, and it looks like Dart Monkeys are just going to get this B-site for free, and it's going to be impressive if we can see Kay pull something out here.
Kay has been a really good was a really good player on Haven and trying to transition over. I mean, last round she got a collateral with the Tour de Force, so I have to say that Kay has been showing up. Can she show up in a 1v4 though is a complete different question. You have 4 bodies looking at you, trying to kill you to get this point onto the board. So, you know, it's a little bit more than you're asking for if you are Kay.
You gotta also commend Kay for even going for it. In a 1v4 situation, like, the stars and literally every single one of the enemies have to align, and you just have to hope to get the shots along with it. So, not a situation that you would normally expect to come out very on top of. So, going into this next round, we will be seeing a save from Light Up Sketchers as a result. This round likely not going to be there, so they're going to have to do some serious dissecting of how Dart Monkeys are using this attacking force to be able to understand where they are going wrong and where they can start to bring some points back into their favor, and that might just be something that they're waiting to have happen when they move on to the attacking side.
Potentially, but the aggression continues from Light Up Sketchers as they continue to push this mid. They see Grimoire, Julia with the Blade Storm able to connect onto Dysphoric, and Kay though goes down onto that A site, leaving it wide open for Dart Monkeys to take. Grimoire though has been the biggest lurker I have ever seen these last 2 maps.
I mean, yeah, we saw it on the previous map, so it just makes sense that, like, if you... Ooh, the pings come out too. They know that you're there, Grimoire. Oh, a nice turn. I mean, we've seen Grimoire make some nice flicks here, and now is just playing Ring Around the Rosie with Julia here in the spawn area, and Julia says, the bomb is down. I can't play this game. Peace tries to go and join up with Sarah and Tupperware, but is just going right into SK's trap, and it's yet another point to go Dart Monkeys with.
I want to see a little bit more patience coming out from Light Up Sketchers. They did good at the beginning, but I think they're trying to bring the momentum that they had from Haven onto Breeze, and it's just not quite transitioning too well for them. Like I stated before, Dart Monkeys are very experienced on this map. They have played it through groupings, they played it in the semifinals, and they played it very well. The scoreline being 13-5, 13-6. So they have plans. And when you are Light Up Sketcher, you're a very fairly new team. There's not a lot of information about you or about how you play, so you can actually make the storyline however you want. I feel like right now their storyline is we're aggressive and we're going to take you to a fight and it's going to be a 1v1, and that's not quite transitioning too well for them. I would
Mhm.
like them to be a little bit more patient onto this map and play with each other a little bit more with the tradings.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it before, we'll say it again. Dart monkeys pride themselves on their map control. And I think light up sketchers keep kind of trying to do exactly what you're saying. They're trying to be aggressive and they maybe shouldn't be. If you're playing against a team that wants to have map control, let them have map control, just control the sites and play reactively instead of proactively. And I think that that is what we need to be seeing from light up sketchers, but time is running out. We're almost done with this half, and it would be great to get at least to a 4 to 8 for light up sketchers at this point.
Anything aside from that one point, we are going to get the operator onto the safe site as well as the guiding lights, but Seekers are going onto this site as Island just hits that headshot onto Julia. Clone down. Sarah deep into Hog gets catches out Bunny B, but now it's Grimoire also lurking about once again onto this Hog. The Seeker gonna give away the position. Kay says no lurking up here. Make it a 2v2 for this retake.
A 2v2, but at least, never mind. I was gonna say at least Tupperware and Kay are together, but I mean, thankfully they weren't any more together, or that could have been a unfortunate way for that to end. This Fork is doing some little jump peeks here. Tupperware now aware of at least where one of them are, but knows there's an operator, so going for these peeks is certainly a very spooky situation. Got a little bit of damage onto this Fork, but he's just not going to be able to make it onto the site as this bomb is ticking down. 8 bullets is not where you want to be either, especially if you have 2 enemies, and Island just says, I'm finishing this here and now. That was so close to being that round, those changes that we said we needed to see from light up sketchers, and unfortunately Island has just been turned on this game alongside Dysphoric, and they're doing such a good job of getting the team on to the site, as well as doing a great job of having good post-plant situations that light up sketchers just don't seem to be prepared for.
Yeah, it's almost like Light Up Sketcher just wants to get on with this map. It doesn't seem like they had too many. I mean, we haven't seen their attack quite yet, but on defense, they haven't actually had a set plan. They just want to go for this 1v1s, and unfortunately, that's not working out. But on this round, they decide to gamble stack this A site, and they're kind of correct. I mean, the bomb still hasn't decided exactly where they want to go, but after that kill from Grimoire onto the Viper of Light Up Sketchers, it's gonna definitely tell them that B site is good to go, and that is exactly where the spike is heading to.
Okay, Grimoire is just all. Something is happening here. Dart monkeys. I mean, I said it a little bit. They like this sort of style of map because they're good at map control, but they're also just doing such a good job of winning these extremely long-range gunfights, and it is showing up in dividends for Dart monkeys, who are just kind of taking light up sketchers to the cleaners.
Tough to be Light Up Sketcher, especially coming off of a really solid first map. Your momentum, your hype, your emotions were definitely at an all-time high, especially for a team that you know has so much respect on their back. You feel good. You're like, okay, this second map, no problem. It's fine. We're gonna give them a fight. But unfortunately, as the rounds start to stack up in the favor of Dart Monkeys, you can kind of see how their communication is falling apart a little bit, especially with the rotations and the over-peaking that's happening from the side of Light Up Sketchers. And they need to really just take a breather and play just together.
And looks like that play will be made a little bit easier by Tupperware. Using that Viper's Pit is going to block off that entry to B and allows for the rest of the side of Light Up Sketchers to try and come together as a team, but caught in the middle as they are. Dart Monkeys are starting to just dismantle Light Up Sketchers as they try to come and funnel onto this A site. K unfortunately has to go for that shot onto that recon dart, and Island is like, well, I know you're around here, so I'm just waiting for the right moment to, yep, there we go, pick up a one. Has the blades, but K able to pick up that kill just a little bit quicker. And now in a 1v2 situation, this could be something where K could clutch it up, but this crossfire is going to be a little bit difficult setting up the rendezvous. But if another guiding light could come out, it's just okay, isolating the 1v1s very nicely from K, who chose being aggressive. I don't know if this is going to be enough time to go for this defuse, though, unfortunately.
Oh, I feel that in my soul. K had the drive, made it out, like you said, a 1v1 situation and was able to get the kills, but unfortunately the time was not on her side. But you still feel good if you are K, and especially if you're light up Skechers. You know that it is possible to kill Dart Monkeys and defuse. You just need to make it a little bit easier on yourself by starting off getting some picks.
And if K is able to do that, Tour de Force in hand, so will allow for an easier situation to do that. Is not going to buy up going into this round as a result of
You
that
want to
as
play?
well.
Let's play.
And hopefully we'll be able to grab one of those early kills to help
I've
out
got
with
your
this
trail.
team's defensive side. Island, though, watching these long angles herself with this operator, trying to see, to make sure that everyone is getting onto the site for her team very quickly. And it's just so hard because they only expend like
Spike
3
planted.
members to get onto site and get the bomb down, and then the other 2 just like watch flank and watch for the members of the defensive side starting to converge and just catch them in the middle. And it has worked so well for Dart Monkeys every single round. And a little bit of a rough reload time there for SK Tupperware. Able to pick up 2, and now in a 1v2 situation, but 18 HP. And in a rough situation for sure, just getting shots through the corner of those brick boxes, and Bunny Bee bringing that
Switching
one home.
sides.
It's a 1-11 half. At least Light Up Skechers have the previous game, because I think they've maybe conceded to the fact that this one is going to be rough to come back from.
Absolutely. At the end, you're just trying to have fun here. I mean, we're gonna see some ghosts that we have seen Tupperware NK, as well as Julia and Sarah. I mean, everyone from Light Up Skechers really did pop off that first map, and they've had some highlight glimpses of that first map here onto Breeze. Unfortunately, it hasn't really converted into points on the board on the score line. They just have one. Sometimes you gotta, like you said, you gotta admit that it's not gonna be your map and just be ready for the next. And you do get a small break. So, are they gonna really go down without a fight? I don't think so. Light Up Skechers don't kind of scratch me as a team that's just going to be like, oh, well, this is it. You know, they fought their way all the way up to finals. So they're going to want to make a comment, make a period onto this map to let Dart Monkeys know that they're not going to be messed on Icebox.
This is quite the lurk coming out from K and Tupperware into this hallway area, but with Warwick able to get some nice attention. Island and K, 2 kills apiece, trading back and forth there. Light Up Skechers, all of a sudden a ton of damage coming out onto the 2 remaining players, and the collapse is going to be good from the defensive side of Dart Monkeys, who are moving on to match point.
Dart Monkeys are also making a statement. They said, we chose Breeze for a reason, and this is exactly why. Island being on top has been instrumental as well for Dart Monkeys here, Becky, because it shows that your duelist can take up space, can hold space, and get the kills that you need as a team to go into a site.
Yeah, and I feel like we were seeing Island have some good highlights from the last game as well, and it was at points really back and forth when Island was able to hold it down, but it just seems like Dart Monkeys are just so much more comfortable on this map than Light Up Skechers, and that's not too surprising considering this is still one of the newer maps. Bunny Bee gets 1 kill with the Bucky. All things considered, picking up 1 kill with the Bucky's gotta feel pretty okay. Ooh, the blind.
K swings onto that. Jen gets Ace K out of the way, but it's Island just shutting him down. Once upon a time, a 2v1 now just Island and the 13th match point for Breeze to be done with. We have seen it here, Becky, and we're going to a third map.
I mean, I'm excited we're going to a third map, but I don't really have any clue what I'm expecting. I feel like we got to see some great things from the side of Light Up Sketchers on that first map, and Sarah just like went off. Kay did phenomenal. There were some amazing plays on Haven, but that was their map pick, and now we got to see just how oppressive Dart Monkeys are. 1 to 13 for Dart Monkey's map pick. So that does make me a little bit scared for what they're going to bring to Icebox, but I think there is this kind of silver lining of the fact that Icebox is one of those maps that has been around for a lot longer. It could just be a situation where like Breeze, it's not a new map, but it is still newer and it is very different from a lot of classic FPS maps in a lot of ways. So it could just be something that not super prepared for, and especially if you're not as prepared as another team is that has an exact and executable game plan like Dart Monkeys clearly did for this map, that just spells a little bit of disaster. So hopefully both of these teams have a good plan for Icebox. I don't think you would let Icebox slip through to be the final map pick if you yourselves don't have a good plan for it. So I'm expecting a big back and forth coming out of Icebox because there are good reasons to believe that both of these teams came to party and are coming guns blazing into this final map.
Well, you got me all hyped and all wired, but we can't just quite make it there. The team needs a break. We need a break. So we will be back shortly for the third and final map. It's a 1-1. Who will come out on top? We shall find out.